Andrew Tate is going viral on X for tweeting this. It says, sex is for making children. Any man who has sex with women because it feels good is gay. Oh, my PP feels good, this is great. In fact, if you are 40 with less than 5 children, you're probably gay. All that feel good PP sex and hardly any genetic legacy. Before I address each line of that tweet, I must admit that I am not one bit surprised that this tweet upset so many people and is going viral. This tweet touched a nerve. This tweet touched on an issue that unfortunately the West has turned a blind eye to, and soon the West will be facing the consequences of if they don't change things around. To be honest, I agree with 90% of this tweet. And here's why. Let's deal with the first line, all right? Sex is for making children. The primary purpose of sex, without a shadow of a doubt, is to procreate. It's to create children. Why? Because it's only through procreation that we are able to have a legacy and continue the human race species. Pleasure is secondary. Pleasure is just a byproduct of the primary purpose. Do you know what happens when sex becomes purely about pleasure and not about children? When pleasure becomes the primary focus? What happens is that we stop procreating. We stop producing children. The birth rate starts to decline. We literally start self-destructing. And that's what has happened to the Western world ever since feminism legalized abortion, the pill, and forced society to accept the sexual revolution. I mean, look at it now. The birth rate is below the replacement rate. Second line, any man who has sex with a woman because it feels good is gay. Is sex pleasurable? Yes. Do men have sex with women because it feels good? Yes, they do. Does it make a man gay? Yes and no. Why did I say yes and no? All right, calm down. Why did I say yes and no? Here's what I think he's saying. He's saying that if pleasure, if feeling good becomes more important than having children, then what's the difference between your sexual preference and a homosexual sexual preference? Because both will not lead to procreation, to making children. And this is a fact. Since 1960, society has become more and more promiscuous. And as heterosexual men and women became more promiscuous, so has society become more acceptant of LGBTQ or same-sex relationships. Third, oh, my PP feels good, this is so great. He's making fun of the fact that when sex is reduced to just a physical sensation, it's no different from a homosexual relationship that doesn't produce any children. Fourth, in fact, if you are 40 with less than 5 children, you're probably gay. You have to look at what he's saying here like this. The birth rate in the West has fallen to on average 1.7 babies per family. What does this mean? This means that men and women are delaying family creation until they are much older. Hence why the one baby per family, because they want to engage in a hedonistic promiscuous lifestyle. And as we know, a hedonistic promiscuous lifestyle is a lifestyle that does not lead to family creation. And a lifestyle that does not lead to family creation is similar to a homosexual lifestyle. Again, I've said this many times. The birth rate in the West has fallen below the replacement rate. And in order to catch up to what the birth rate should be, considering how sexually degenerate society has become, he's saying that we should have to produce at least 5 children per family. Is this realistic? No. But look, the West would survive tomorrow if we started producing 3 children per family. But what's the likelihood of people changing their ways tomorrow? Exactly. All right, next. All that feel-good PP sex and hardly any genetic legacy. Exactly. What's the point of all that feel-good PP sex and no legacy? No one to raise, no one to teach, no one to give back to, and no one to pass on your genetics to. It's pointless. It's a definition of selfishness. The reason why you exist today is because your parents brought you into existence and their parents brought them into existence. This is called legacy. It's through legacy that the human race has managed to exist till now. This is why we were created with reproductive organs. Humans were literally put on earth to procreate. So what do you call a human being that refuses to do so but engages in a promiscuous lifestyle? How different is that heterosexual couple to a homosexual couple if the outcome is the same? Exactly. And this is why I agree with Andrew Tate. If you are not having sex to have children, then you are gay. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next reaction, guys. All right? Peace.